You're listening to the Getting Salty Experience podcast.
Away we go. We are back. I am excited about this episode. I love the Inventor'S Corner. Welcome back to the Getting Salty Experience podcast. It's the only one that brings the Firehouse kitchen table right to you, wherever you may be. That's what we do. Self-proclaimed best podcast in the whole wide world. I don't care what Joe Rogan says. We are the best. And I like this guy, man, from the left coast, west coast, whatever you want to call it. He's got so many cool inventions, bro. He's a firefighter out there.
He's got more inventions than you, Kubi.
He does, and his are really cool. I'm afraid to show him mine. His is like, but he's my type of guy. He's a tinkerer. You know, tinkerer, Pete?
Yeah, tinkerer.
Those guys always make the best firemen, actually.
Yeah, tinkerers. Yeah, he's like the MacGyver of the fire department out there in Los Angeles, bro. He was a model, too. I'm going to throw him right under the bus with that one. So
it seemed like a lot of those pictures he sent, he didn't have a shirt on, so I don't know what he was trying to.
He's throwing the abs all over. He's got the six pack.
Something.
Yeah. Now he's got the dad bod. He said him and his wife just had a baby. So I guess he was maybe doing some sympathy eating or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man. The guys, with these shredded model types, I got the dad bod, bro. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like they always have the dad bod, but they're
What's
still
he doing in the back right now? Is he just shaking his head or is he drinking a lot?
He's got whiskey. He's lining up because
nice.
I think he's like traumatized from our pre-show. So pretty much,
between you two guys, I mean, you guys really have to work it out or do something. I cannot do it every week.
What are you talking about?
Tell your partner. Tell your partner.
Tell Pete to strap on his penis and be a man, will you?
Mute yourself.
Oh,
you know what hurts? Mute yourself, you animal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So just to give a little intel to the audience, the behind the scenes, Coops goes and uses the Williams key to drop his bottle of water all over his computer, and then proceeds to
it was Diet Coke, first of all.
It was a clown show, and then it proceeds to make sounds like opening up things like this.
I never saw Coombs was Peter was so happy when you spilled that soda all over your keyboard.
Well, I could finally mute him and get him out of my hair for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell Pete. I've been sick for 3 weeks, and every 3 seconds.
The two of them. I can't take it anymore. I can't do it.
Every 3 seconds, he's snorting snot through the snot.
I can't do it. But it's like my kids.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, tonight at least we have one. This out of all the inventors, I think this gentleman has.
He's all smitten with the kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got.
You know what it was? Rough. You know
I like
what it
his
was?
style. I like.
I'm going to tell you what it was. As soon as he said something for the clips on to your bulletproof vest.
Oh no, it was the death grip.
The death grip.
The death grip clip.
Well,
I need something for my bulletproof vest to be
boing. He went to 6 to midnight, and all of a sudden,
I can hang my plate carrier on anything metal now.
Plate carrier, because he's rolling around outside with a bulletproof vest.
We all will be soon. Right. Get yours today.
Yeah, so he needed it.
It's coming.
You know what I'm going to do with the one he sent me? I'm not even going to send it to you. I'm going to hang it on my engraver and hang a bag of chips from it.
Hang your kangaroo paw in your nuts.
I'm not putting it on my vest. I'm going to put it on my engraver. Eat some potato chips out of the bag.
I'm not putting it on my bulletproof vest.
Oh my God!
No.
All right, I've had enough of you tonight. I've had enough. Let's get this gentleman on the show. All right.
First, we got to. You got to do some stuff first. Or you have to give what did the Barry do when he's on there?
Yeah, we get some. He actually. This is why I like this guy. All right, he's the first guest on Inventor'S Corner who decided he's going to really drink and have a word of the day. We don't usually do that.
No, we don't.
Right. So seeing that Pete's smitten, why don't you bring him in, Pete?
Oh my God! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you the inventor of the Williams key, Trevor Williams.
There he is.
Hey!
You guys got me drinking already.
I was going to say, you got to drink like that listening to you two networks.
No, that's a man's man right there, drinking right out
What's
the
up,
bottle.
kid? How you doing, brother?
Good. You guys already threw me under the bus. The modeling, the dad bod.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be
an interesting
the
night.
abs out. He broke the abs.
Oh well, you can tell us all about that in a
we're
little
older.
bit.
He
Man.
sent us pictures of his career, but meanwhile, I never seen a guy during his career have his shirt off more than this guy.
He had a banana hammock in Haiti too over there. I thought. Right?
Oh, he did. I didn't see that one, bro.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It's hot over there.
Yeah, the marble bag go.
It's hot. It was
Yeah.
sweaty. It was sweaty.
They don't bust balls like this in the LA Fire Department anymore, do they?
Oh yes.
Oh
they do.
yes. They
Oh,
do.
yeah?
Come
Yeah.
on.
I thought you guys might be
Fire
Same
culture.
sensitive.
circus. Same circus.
Oh,
different
no.
clowns.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
you can't have feelings to work where I work.
Really?
Hey,
I'm
people be,
impressed.
people
I
be
tip my
short
hat.
career for Pete. Pete
I
would
tip-
come in. Hello, my name is Pete. All right, see, I gotta go.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I would never. Mm-mm.
Come in with his bulletproof vest.
That and I run away from fire, but that's another story. Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
What's
so
up,
what's
Trevor?
the word? What's the word?
Happy to
Oh,
be
wait a
here.
minute. We
Honored
have
to
a
be on
word
the show.
Oh, come on. We like guys, smart guys like you. He's in shape and he's a smart guy. But Pete, tell us the word of the day because he's the very first Inventor's Corner guy
Oh, he's itching.
to
He's
have a
itching
word
to
of the
get.
day, bro.
All right.
Give it to him.
Apropos for our guest tonight, the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Zoolander.
All
Make
right.
love to the camera.
Oh,
Yeah. I like the toast, but all my vodka and soda's all over my computer right now. So I can't drink. So
you got hit with the Magnum, didn't you?
I got hit with the Magnum, fell on the floor, the whole 9 yards. It's over here somewhere. I can't pick it up. All right. I'll get it. There we go.
Okay.
It's like a Conan sword, bro. It's the
Careful with that
Magnum.
thing.
We're going to find out what that thing does. Let's talk to Trevor first.
That'll take an eye out. No, it won't. Oh, yes, it will.
Boobs, you got his timeline out?
Oh, yeah, man. Of course I got it
Let's
out.
talk to this man. I want to hear about how the hell did you get involved in all this, dude?
Well, first, let's go. We want to go back before. The guy was in Haiti during the earthquake, right? So did you move there? You were living in Haiti?
Yeah, so grew up as a missionary, lived in Africa for a little bit, lived
What?
in Haiti. My parents did emergency relief work growing up, so we found ourselves in all sorts of interesting places. Lived in Haiti for a couple years, was not living there when the earthquake occurred, but I was visiting. I hadn't been back in about 5 years. Just so happened
You were
to go
in
visit my
country when
family.
it happened.
Yeah, in country when it happened.
Did you save those underwear for posterity by any chance? Wow. That's you?
Yeah,
How
so
young
that
you
was
were.
me at 19 years old. The Haiti earthquake occurred in 2010. It was a 7.0 earthquake, devastated the country. 300,000 people died. So this was my family's apartment. They lived on the bottom floor. So
Holy shit.
right by my ankles was where they lived. And this was a 5-story apartment that pancaked down, and no survivors in the building. I think most people got out alive, and my mom and my 2 sisters were inside when it collapsed. So they were very fortunate. They were able to jump out as it was collapsing. This sits on the side of a mountain. So they tumbled down the mountain, spent the night in a tree, and me and my dad didn't know if they had survived for about 24 hours.
Oh, that's agony, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude.
Oh, there's a young Mr. Trevor. Look at that.
Yeah. Time has not been kind.
It might be the whiskey. I don't know.
Worse.
It's
It gets
probably the
worse,
whiskey.
brother. It gets worse.
So I got after we found my family, I stuck around for a couple weeks, helping out. I had my EMT. I had some fire experience, and we got to do helicopter drops with food all over the country. All the grocery stores had shut down, so nobody was getting food. Nobody's getting water. So yeah, I just did the best I could to help as much as possible with the short amount of time I had, and I got to work as an EMT as well and provide EMS care. So that's some hospital beds, and I got to help working with all those people too. So this is before I was on the job, but it definitely reinforced the helping of people, and everything that I thought I wanted to do was confirmed absolutely with my experience here.
Where were you exactly when the earthquake took place?
I was on the 2nd floor of an orphanage in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, which is the capital. And when the earthquake hit, it was 39 seconds long, which doesn't sound very long, but
I must have felt like 39 days, bro.
Yeah, it felt like an eternity. After about 5 seconds, it wasn't fun anymore. It sounded like a freight train was hitting our building. again and again and again. And cracks started forming in the walls around us. The orphanage had 110 kids. So we wanted to try and make sure that they were safe, but we didn't move initially until it stopped. So then we evacuated the top floor, which was all special needs kids who couldn't walk, got them into a safe out of the collapse zone. All these houses were surrounded by walls and stuff, so we didn't want the walls coming down on the kids either. But yeah, that's where I was.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. What about this photo?
Here we go. How'd that get in there, Trevor?
I didn't mean to send that one.
Is that a copper tone 10?
So actually, there is a story behind this photo, though.
You're a regular Zoolander in there, man.
Oh,
there you go.
hey.
Merman, Pop. Merman.
At my station, they actually made me a cake with the merman on it for my birthday.
Nice, dude.
So the story behind this photo, real quick. This is one of my last days in Haiti before leaving, but a bunch of wells had been covered with rubble, so nobody was getting clean water. So we spent all day digging out a well so that a village could have water again.
Nice, man. And did you guys manage to get there, like actually get to the well?
Yes. Yeah.
And was it contaminated at all? How did you imagine that?
Yeah, I mean, there's no clean water in Haiti anyway.
Okay.
So it's the
water.
best they're gonna get, for all things considered.
Right. So you get some water.
His balls about no shirt on. He was digging out a well so that people could have water.
Yeah,
that's because we're kind.
Good job. Yeah.
We're really kind. That's what
I got a sunburn that day.
Oh,
God, he's spending his life giving it back to people. We're making fun of him. He's got no shirt on.
Animals that we are.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That was cool though, man. Good stuff.
So then you come back and you go in as a volley, right? You start working for the Sierra Madre.
Yeah, Sierra Madre Fire Department. That's where I got my foot in the door.
Wait. I went ahead. You started commercial construction, carpentry, lock installations, and this is kind of what gave you maybe a little idea about the Williams key.
Yeah. Spent a couple years doing commercial construction, installing doors and locks specifically. So I know how doors and locks work really, really good, and almost have a X-ray vision when it comes to that. Obviously, we don't always know what's on the other side of the door, but I know what's supposed to be on the other side of the door. So I made tools for myself, and it kind of gave me a good intro once I got in the fire department to the tool we're going to talk about here.
The tool.
Yeah.
It's a very cool tool, according to me, Ruffy. So you go in as a volley, right? Because you're not volunteering enough in your life. You want to volunteer as a fireman now.
Yeah. So over here on the
2010.
West Coast, there's not a lot of volunteers. So it's actually very competitive to be a volunteer firefighter out here in the LA area. So I still had to go to like 2 years of fire science, the State Fire Academy. The application process was the same as a paid department. And then I had to go through their little academy before getting on as a volunteer. And I'd work one day a week, and I did that for about 4 years.
1 day a week for 4 years. Huh. What were you doing in the meantime? Still doing the construction?
Yeah, I was doing construction. Worked part-time as an EMT. May or may not have done some modeling.
He knew that was coming up. We knew we were going to hit him with that anyway.
He keeps trying to beat me to the punch, bro. I know he's taking.
It's a fireman. That's the way you do it. That's how you do it. Pete, take notice how he's doing it. You cut to the
He's
chase.
taking the ammo away from me.
He cut to the chase and disarm. All right. I got you now.
Doing it.
He's
doing it.
He's
so
doing
now what
it,
you got to
Steven.
do? You got to take a test to get on LA, or what happens?
For LA County Fire, yeah. There a long process. I applied actually when I turned 18. I'd been training with them since I was 15. So there's something called an Explorer program, which is when a kid wants to train and be a fireman and do ride-alongs and hang out with the guys and see if firefighting's what he wants to do. So I did that for several years, and I knew right away I wanted to be a firefighter. After all that training experience, Firehouse culture, and all the ride-alongs that I got to participate in. So turned 18, put in my application. It took almost 7 years for me to get a badge after putting in my application.
Wow. How many years did you say?
7. Yeah, it was a long process. There was hiring freezes going on.
It says you took the FDNY test. You put the application in for that too?
I did, yeah. I flew out to FDNY. I think they give extra points if you live locally, so I didn't get the advantage or anything, but I was testing everywhere I could. Texas, Washington. Job, huh? I really wanted it. Applied 60 different departments in the meantime.
Wow.
So kept testing.
So let me ask you something. How do you keep your somebody like who has aspired to do certain other things other than what I'm doing right now? Let's just say, I'm not saying in this moment. I'm saying when I was a kid, I wanted to be in the film and TV world, and I just couldn't wait to do it. Right, and I had to figure a way to get in, and I did. How do you feel during that time? Like every day knowing like, oh, I'm going to this construction job or whatever. Like what's in your mind every day? How do you keep sane during that time period? 7 years.
I mean, it was a struggle. It was tough. I had to keep my nose clean. I didn't travel that much because I thought at any moment they could call me in for an interview or something urgent. I treated construction like I treat firefighting. So in my heart, I was a fireman. And so I'd throw the ladder in construction the same way I'd throw it in the fire department. I'd lay out my extension cord the same way I'd lay out my hose. And I just love
the job, bro. There.
I did everything I could to keep my head and heart in the right spot in the meantime.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Learning a trade, I recommend to anybody who's trying to get hired, having a trade under your belt is
my God, those
very
are
important.
I said it from the beginning of the show. Anybody who has a trade, welding, whatever it is, they make the best guys. They could do anything, figure out anything. Hands guys, right? Hands-on guys.
Absolutely.
Put the remote down, put the controller down, stop playing fucking video games, and go bang a nail or something.
Those are the guys that never really complain when you had a real job before you became a fireman.
And it's cold or something. Yeah.
Dude,
or you get hurt.
Yeah. I used to love guys complaining about going on BI. I'm like, wait a minute, let me get this. We have to go on BI twice a week, and maybe you're working one of those days. Maybe you're not. So maybe you don't go every 2 weeks, and we're going to go out for 3 hours and look around buildings, and you're going to bitch about that. Obviously, you did nothing before you came on this job.
You didn't mow lawns, right? You didn't do anything, right? Nothing tedious.
Yeah.
Incredible. So you keep your sanity for 7 years before you get a call. What happens? You get a call, you get a letter. What happens?
Yeah. So for me, each step of the process was about a year apart. So put in my application. Year later, you get a test. Year later, you get an interview. Then there's a hiring freeze. Then let's see. Then I go to medicals, and then a year goes by, and I have to do medicals again because a year's passed. And then I go to backgrounds. Year goes by, need backgrounds again.
Oh my God!
Then I got hired.
Persistence, baby. In 2016, who calls? LA County Fire Department, bro. Is that 2016? Yep. And House 44. That a busy house?
Not too busy. No, it was a beginner spot. They put you wherever there's a vacancy.
Right.
And it was okay. We had a car called the 2-car, and the 2-car gets moved to second alarm fires and whatnot. So I did end up on a lot of fires. But in the district alone, it wasn't a super busy district. But ended up on some big brush fires too.
It didn't matter though, right? You're a firefighter, baby. You're on now. That's it.
Living the dream.
Yeah, man.
Couldn't have been happier, and I'm still couldn't be happier.
Best job in the world, right, bro?
So were you one of those? Were you one of those dudes that, like, when you got in there, you were just a sponge taking it all in? Like, were you helpful and putting yourself into every little thing, every drill?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I took every drill really seriously. Got compliments from the chief and whoever would sit in. But I also like the projects and the ideas and coming up with stuff in the meantime. So learn your job first. Obviously, that's the most important thing. That's your job as a rookie. But in the meantime, you got to stay busy, no naps or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, I'd make the American flags out of hoses and just pride stuff around the station, pull-up bars. I'd put a pull-up bar with like the station's name on it and just little stuff like that to show I cared.
Huh.
Nice.
Louis liked the projects in Brownsville too. Different projects. Kind of smelled like piss.
I couldn't use that tool.
Every hallway smelled like piss. Every elevator as well.
Yeah. I've been in that to defend yourself.
Yeah, for real. Jeez.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
So-
but then he goes to how you start working at the current house you're at, 8, right? West Hollywood.
Firehouse 8. One of the most traditional firehouses in our county, built in 1950s, and first ladder truck in the county. So I get to tiller now.
Nice.
And we have high rise in the area. We're one of the only stations with high rise, not like you guys, but we have a little bit out here. And so we train high rise. We're known as a high rise station. And we do that almost every shift as far as the training goes. We don't always get the big high rise fires, but every once in a while,
You see any Hollywood stars walking around there when you're doing your thing?
Every once in a while. Hollywood Hills is nearby, and Sunset Boulevard is part of our district. Hollywood Boulevard. There's a street called Melrose that's pretty famous and nearby. So yeah, you'll see some people sometimes. We saw Arnold smoking a cigar in I think it was a Rolls Royce convertible. He came up, fist bumped my captain while he was driving.
Come on, give me a fist bump.
Yeah,
Don't bullshit me.
Just how you would imagine him.
Do it. Come on, do it now. Come on, don't bullshit me. Oh my God, that's crazy. So you see that, and out of curiosity, how with the crazy homeless stuff that's going on in LA, how does that affect firefighting? Are you guys dealing with a lot of like homeless fires in their camps and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's really bad. There's tents everywhere on all the sidewalks. A lot of drug abuse and just people out of their minds. So you really have to have your head on a swivel, just driving normal. Somebody will just walk right out in front of you. I'm sure it's the same kind of where you guys are used to, but it seems like it's gotten worse and worse. And somebody mentioned something to me the other day that made sense. Ever since we started carrying Narcan, which is a life-saving drug for overdoses, less people are dying. So that could be one of the many reasons why we're seeing more and more homeless too.
What do we call that? That's select. What do they call that? Cool.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Shit.
Darwin?
Yeah, Darwinism.
We need to get rid of our
natural selection.
Natural selection. There you go. Yeah, we got to get rid of that now. Where we're just pushing them into a.
All right, let's move on.
Let's get into what we're here for. This guy, he's got so many. He's got so many friggin' tools here on my desk that Pete was complaining about. Me shaking.
Complaining.
But, Pete, let's get right. Let's do his bread and butter, because 2020 is when the Williams key gained some traction here, bro. Like you said, he's making it for his friends, right? Did you say that in the air? You were telling us that in the. No,
I don't think I said that on air yet, but
right. So you started. You made one for yourself, and then you like this. I think we've heard this with other guys. And then all of a sudden, you get. What are you chewing on there, Frano, while we're fucking doing the show? What? You eating? Really?
A little candy bar.
All right. And then your friends wanted them in the firehouse, so you started making for them too, right? And that's kind of how it took off a little bit.
Yeah, so I had a bunch of construction tools, and I was always making little doodads for myself in my previous career, and I would carry around a bag of just things for getting into doors mostly. So from being the guy that installs doors, I know these doors cost like $2,000, and we're kicking them in every day, and it hurt me a little bit. So I was like, man, we really gotta be more careful with these doors if we can. So I would always use my own tools to get in safe or respectfully, doing as little damage as possible. And then people started seeing that, and they're like, oh, we don't have to kick in every single door and leave this old lady, vulnerable with a door that doesn't lock anymore. And it was the wrong house too. Whoops.
By the way, what did the first one?
That never happened.
What'd you fabricate the first one out of, Trevor? Like, what was the
framing square? Yeah, it already had the shape and everything.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, you still have the first one?
Ooh,
come on, you got to put
you know
that
what?
Bro.
My truck got stolen about 2 years ago, and it had my bag of tools in it. And I think the first one is actually in my bag that got stolen.
Well, let's take a look at
roll the video, Pete.
The promo video, so everyone gets an idea.
I like it.
Yeah, man. Hold on 1 second here. There it is. Hold on a second.
I tried to feature Zoolander in the video, actually.
Hey!
Whoa!
Well, you're a regular Zoolander yourself. Well, here we go.
Firemen in Los Angeles, we use this tool virtually every shift. And once you see it work, it makes a lot of sense. So it's become very popular. Hi, my name is Trevor Williams. I'm the creator of the Williams Key. This is a soft entry tool for first responders to gain access through doors without doing any damage. I used to install doors as a carpenter, and now I'm a fireman. I created this tool a few years ago just for myself. The shove knife has been around for a while, but I put my own twist on it, and my comrades kept asking me to make them one. So eventually I made a few for a few of my buddies, and it just took off from there. More and more people wanted it, and now we've sold almost 1,000 of these all over the world. We use this pretty much every day.
15,000 by the way.
Just helping us get through gates, commercial buildings, and getting us in without doing any damage. These tools are used by first responders, so firefighters, EMTs, police. We've had military, some government purchases, a lot of construction workers, even janitors. It's a shove knife on one side on the handle, and it's a blade, if you will, on the other side. And this reaches behind the strike of a block and pushes it out of the way, allowing us to bypass that door and get into a building without breaking the door or breaking the block. If you're able to see the strike, you can grab it with the shove knife end. If there's a anti-vandal plate in the way, blocking you from getting that access, that's what the blade side is for. And it can reach behind that plate and still get to the strike. One more technique that people overlook is the diagonal reach. So if you want to maximize your reaching potential, you can hold it by the pointy end and slide the entire key through your gap in the door and then hook with the shove knife end. So the maximum reach you're going to be able to get is achieved diagonally. We also sell a larger Williams key, and it's for larger gates, where this will reach most stuff, but there's a few gates out there that we come across where you need to have a longer blade. You can order these on williamskey.com. They come as a standard key that looks like this, or you can also get your name or your department or wherever you work customized on it. You can even send me a logo, and we'll put it on the tool.
Very nice.
Show them
So
the
I
one
was
he
a model,
sent you,
not an
Bruce.
actor.
We also have now the collapsible version, right? In case you don't
Yeah,
want that angle.
that's new. That didn't.
This one is new.
That wasn't in the video when the video was made, but now we have the folding versions, which is number one seller. Everybody likes it because it's portable. So there it is.
On the other
Oh
side.
shoot!
Ah,
Is that a custom
Nice.
engraving right there?
That's a custom engraving, son.
What's the difference? What's like functionality wise? What's the main difference between the portable and the standard version?
Good question. So this is the standard. It's stronger and it's cheaper. So this is the first one made. It's stronger
Zoom in
because
on you.
it's just one piece and there's no moving parts. So anytime you have a moving part, you're vulnerable to something breaking. You also have the diagonal reach, which was talked about in the promo video. So that's one feature that didn't make it into the folding key due to the screw being in the way. This was engineered with a sliding handle though. So the screw is out of the way for most applications. When you're sliding it behind an anti-vandal plate, it'll still do that, which is probably the best feature this does. You just can't do anything where you're trying to slide the entire key
I got you.
through the
Coming through the
reveal.
back, right?
But that's like a unusual move. It's like doesn't happen that often. So most people are happy with the folding version just because it's portable. They can keep it in their turnouts. And then we sell this actually was made because of the cops who carry the key. So they asked for a Molly style, which is this type of clip. So this fits on a vest. I think Sam Brown is the type of belt that the cops carry. So this will fit on there, and it'll hold the folding key only in here. I carry this. I have a belt on my turnout pants, and I carry this on my belt. So I always have it with me.
Do you guys do you guys do all your kydex in house?
No.
Okay.
No, that's
a whole real that's a real piece of work right there to do the kydex, man.
Yeah, it's a process. And actually, I had one vendor, and they weren't able to keep up because these things sell really fast. So now I have two vendors trying to keep up with my sales.
That's a good problem.
It's a good problem to have.
Hey, Trevor, the one that doesn't fold, how did you carry that? Was that just one that you kept on the rig, or were you carrying that personally yourself?
Yeah, so I wouldn't carry it on my person. I would try, and if I could visualize the door before the engine stopped or the truck, I would see if I needed it. Like if there's a gate, outward swinging door, I try and grab this. And then for our department, we do EMS as well. So we carry a orange box, and this fits good in the EMS box. So on all of our rigs now, at least at my station, they all have this in the box because most of our calls are medical these days. So we'll show up, and those are the calls you don't want to break the door. If it's smoke fire show and we're breaking the door, who cares?
Right.
But if it's something where we don't really need to,
water leak or something like that,
we're trying to use this key.
Yeah, so, that's where that door right there, where you have the metal in front.
Yeah,
that would be that was what I noticed when I first saw the video, that this tool would be good, because otherwise you'd be breaking the door. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So some would call that a latch guard or an anti-vandal plate, and that's really the best use of this tool, is to be able to get behind it, because that plate is designed for you not to be able to get in, and this tool still gets you in.
Nice.
What's this guy doing over here screaming? What is it? It looks like Katie's screaming over there.
Oh, there he is. He's like, yeah, I got a tool. I'm going to get in. This is awesome.
That guy's got a lot of energy. He loves to send me videos, and he's good at getting into those doors. You can see the bent part of his blade. He's used it so much. He uses it all the time. So they don't come that way. He used it so much that it started to bend.
Well, you also have some famous folks here using your key here.
Yeah, that's Jason at Fire Department Chronicles.
Never heard of him.
We worked together a couple of times, and he's a good friend.
Yeah, and
he's a funny guy, man.
Alumnus of the show as well. Great dude. We love him. And his buddy Fenton there.
Fenton.
Nice.
I'm dude, haven't met him, but he's a supporter. And then this is a new guy on the map coming up. His name is Tyrone, and he goes by Fire Department Humor. And he works for LA City, so it's like our sister department. And I've gotten to meet him a few times, and he loves to help me out with the Williams key. And he's gonna be you'll know his name. He's very funny, and he's growing
up and coming. Funny guys, we like him. Get him on the show.
All right.
Yeah, we'd love to get him on the show. Hello, hint.
Pete, post up the website. Where's the website and the 10% off discount? So if they want to order.
What? I was going to announce that later, but
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Why don't we do that now? Guys, we'll mention this a couple times during the show. Promo code SALTY for 10% off between now and the end of the year. So you guys can get this right up to Christmas and right after Christmas. SALTY for 10% off, guys. Really good piece of kit. And you can, of course, find that at thewilliamskey.com.
It's got a lot more videos on the website too.
Tons of videos. We'll go through some more of your products, but the Williams Key that's your bread and butter, right? That's everything.
That's what started the company, and then we've just grown exponentially from there.
Awesome, man. So tell us about. Let's see. I got like a bunch of other. Well, let's actually talk about the Magnum, and then I could show a video of how the Magnum works, because we're still on the Williams Key. It's just a longer version, right?
Yeah, it's a longer version. We started, so that little anti-vandal plate we were seeing in the photos and the videos earlier. There's some gates where that vandal plate runs up the entire length of the door, or at least half of it. So this is good for getting into those. If you can reach over or under the gate, you're sometimes able to defeat the latch. with the Magnum. So it's 35 inches, and yeah, it's a byproduct of the Williams key. And actually, there is possibly, and I'll say it here first, a new version coming out.
Ooh.
Whoa, we like
Okay.
that. We like to
First
get
to
the
hear it.
scoop.
Okay.
We like to get the scoop.
Here's
Nice.
a little.
So
here's
that's a good
little-
thing. That's a good
video.
thing for the rig. Obviously, you're not carrying that around by yourself, but that's a good thing to keep, for the firehouse.
We keep them on the rigs.
Right. Oh, yeah, look at
Yeah.
that.
What a great way to get over the fence without having to climb and, with all your bunker gear and all that stuff, or bust something down or use the irons. Really nice, dude.
Yep.
So
you
that thing actually rides along the guard then.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
right?
it feeds right
Wow.
in, and then if the handle is like one of these handles, you can sometimes hook it from underneath or even up top, depending on how it's installed.
What's
so
the
we've seen it used that way too.
Yeah, like I'm very curious, like what's the difference between the sales you're doing and all your other products and the Williams key? I'm curious. Is that just like the bulk? Like that's it?
People come to the website with a shopping cart now. I'll see $1,000 orders.
Wow.
I like
and
the style,
they'll-
bro. God
they'll
bless
get-
America, baby.
I'm wearing this hat not because it's cold in here, but just to show it off. There's an apparel line too.
Hey.
What are you
lots
talking about?
of-
The shameless plug? What are you talking about?
Oh,
It's
we
not
like
sh-
the
it's
club.
not
10%
shameless.
off. Use promo code Zoolander. I mean Salty.
Hey. He's thirsty. That's what's going on. I see it. All right, so let's get into some of your other products here because you have a lot, and I'd love to show them all off. How about this one right here? Let's talk about it, and then we'll do a video.
Okay, cool. So there's actually an interesting story behind this. So the concept has been around for a while. This is for getting into inward swinging doors. And on scene one day, my engineer called me down to the garage of a high rise, and he was trying to get into the elevator room, and it was inward swinging metal door. He's like, "Hey, bring your Williams key. We got to get in here." And I told him Williams key probably won't work on that because it's inward swinging. And I was like, well, let me look around and see if we can figure out how to get into this door. So I saw a smart water bottle, a full bottle, sitting there on the ground. And I asked him for his
Cut it
knife.
open? Yeah.
We cut it up. We slipped it around the jam, and we were able to get in. And I knew that this idea had been around for a little bit, not necessarily from Fire Swipe Tool, but I decided not long after to make my own version of this. And lo and behold, a guy hits me up, Lieutenant Billy Walters, Fire Swipe Billy, saying, "Hey, you copied my product." And we had a little debate on the phone, and I decided respectfully to take the product off my store because it was very similar to his product. A couple months go by, and we decided to come to an agreement, a partnership, where I now sell his Fire Swipe tool, and it goes in my own version of
Carrying
the
case.
slip knife. Yeah, carrying
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
So now we have he's from East Coast, right? New York and stuff.
Never heard
So,
of him.
he's been on the show. He's a great guy.
Yes, he has. Yes.
We worked with him.
So he actually introduced me to you guys.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
a couple of weeks ago, he was in Azusa, where I live in Azusa in California, Los Angeles area. And we ended up meeting in
Hanging out,
person for the
nice.
first time. We had dinner, and next thing I know, he's drinking beers back in my house.
Nice.
How does that happen?
Right? Standing in the same spot that we were arguing on the phone like 6 months ago or whatnot. So he's a great guy. I just wanted to give him a shout out, and that's where that tool.
Wow. You know what,
comes
Rufy?
from.
I'm really starting to hate this guy. Not only does he
Yeah,
have
I
morals,
said it from the
he's a
beginning, I
smart
didn't
guy.
like
I really did not like
This
this
whole,
guy.
I should have known the whole missionary thing.
Oh.
Missionary, dude. He's a missionary of five.
You know what? I thought I was a nice guy, but I suck. You know.
So
I realized
and let me-
I'm the
let me-
worst. There's no one worse than me.
Let me just throw this out there. The fire small business community is very small. So we all end up knowing each other at one point. There's like FDIC and everybody runs into each other. Or you just work with each other on the job and everybody wants each other's tools. So I don't want bad blood. Nobody wants bad blood. We try and respect each other and promote each other. And
There's enough nickels out there to get them,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
And they're all in who's head has the most nickels in it, Lou?
Pickford.
Schwicky.
Yeah,
Schwicky.
Schwicky. There you go.
No,
Uh,
I think if that would have happened to Roof, the conversation would have went a little different, maybe.
What happened?
I think if that was the other way around and Roof was having that conversation, it might have went a little different. Listen here, you.
Look here, say. I know people. Put you in the ground, say.
That's our product, say.
All right,
All right, so let's take a quick video. Let's take a quick peek at the slip knife there.
Here with the Williams key, we're proud to announce a new product hitting the store. We partnered with the Firefighter swipe tool to make the slip knife. The Williams key is good for outward swinging doors. This is a good alternative for inward swinging doors. This is how it works. Pop the top. Oh, pull it out. It's locked. And you're in.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Incredible.
very easy tool to
Nice.
use. I use it all the time. You can
wanna
check
make
to
that
see
noise.
if a deadbolt is engaged or not. It's a quick check. If it is, then break the door. But if not, you're good to go. You can break in really quick with that thing. No
Most of the
damage.
time, the deadbolt is not on.
Look, I
Yeah,
did it.
exactly. People are always in a hurry, so they never lock the deadbolt, the slam latch, and they're good to go.
No doubt.
So now you got the outward opening door, many sizes. Now you got the inward opening door. Pete, let's keep going. This is man is the man of many inventions. Let's do this one.
Which one? Oh yeah, the wedge.
Ooh, shoot.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Hold
So
on. Let me find it. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
there's a lot of wedges out there. I understand that.
We've seen
There's
them.
not many wedges that glow. All right. So it's easy to lose a wedge. These are lightweight, so you can carry it on your person. You won't even notice it. Everything on it glows, the carabiner, the rope, and the wedge itself. So you can
And
roll the video and it
roll the
talks
video,
a little
Pete.
bit more about it.
Hold on a sec. We'll get the
And it
wedge
looks
video
cool.
ready. Oh, the Williams wedge. Here it is.
Williams wedge is a unique, lightweight, high visibility tool, easy to deploy, and quick to find due to its glow-in-the-dark compounds. If you need more height to your wedge, simply add the carabiner underneath to prop it up. With the carabiner, you can
Wow.
hold open doors at the hinge or prop open the door traditionally by wedging the gap between the floor and the door. The Williams wedge, available now at williamskey.com.
How many times in my life when I was in the engine or the squad, where if I was the first guy in, and the wedge wouldn't fit, the door was too high for the wedge to fit under there, and then I would put it up on the top, to try and keep it there, and of course somebody would come and hit the door, and it would flip out of there until I started getting one that hooked on the hinge. But
Right.
that was that's pretty funny that you
That is a
came
good
up
thing,
with that
man.
idea to put the
I would put that roof. I put that right in my pocket. I'd steal somebody's wedge.
I know. That's the only thing. What? How do you get it glows all the time? Like what? How does that happen? What's the story with that?
It's got to get hit with some light to charge up a little bit. But we're still so it's out there and you can buy it, but we're gonna continue to develop it. So
All right.
it'll get better and better glowing, better compounds, lighter weight, all that stuff. Just like all the tools, we're gonna always be developing them and trying to make them a little.
Yeah, the
bit
initial one is the one you come up with, and then you just keep tweaking it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it looks like a skull, which I mean, we
Skull.
don't sell any fire shirts that have skulls on
Oh
it.
no.
No.
Skull sell, bro. I don't know what it is. We say, put a skull on it. I don't know.
I don't really like skulls that much. But.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, it said nobody ever. It's like Harley Davidson, you know what I mean? Like I wonder how they made their apparel. How about the death grip clip? Let's talk about this.
All
Pete,
right.
look at Pete. Now he's coming alive. Put this on my
So this is a heavy duty magnet clip designed for bulletproof vests. At my department, we carry bulletproof vests. I'm sure lots of others do too. Hang them in your locker or wherever. And this is a good way to do that. On top of clipping, you can hook stuff on top of it, and it's good for tools. And if your rig has good magnetic surfaces, you can clip tools to it inside your rig as well.
Let's
So
show
it's
them. Let's
it's
show
been
them the
pretty
video.
popular.
It's
that
plastic,
people can-
Trevor. It's heavy plastic. What is it, or metal? What
No,
is
it's metal.
it? It is
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
let's
don't want to get
let's
one of
show
these
them
caught
this.
on your nipples. I can tell you that
Oh
much.
my
That'll leave-
goodness, my goodness.
Trevor, that'll leave a mark.
You lose your nipple.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna run the video because I think people need to see exactly how much weight this thing will hold, which is really a lot.
Trevor Williams here with the
Have you been
Williams
seeing-
Key, introducing a brand new product. This is the Death Grip Clip. Death Grip because it holds on to stuff really, really tight. It has a magnetic back, and depending on what surface you're sticking it to, depends on how heavy you can go with it. It's meant for bulletproof vests and tools, but you can be as creative as you want with it. Here's an example. Hang stuff off it. Put stuff in wherever you hang. WilliamsKey.com.
Nice.
What the hell was
Nice.
that thing that you had? You stuck in there? You run around
A
that
maul.
town with
Mace.
that?
A mace.
Yeah, have you heard of
That's
yeah,
like
we
old
probably have it
school.
out here. So we have a place out here called Medieval Times, which is
Oh, we
where
have it here. Yeah.
you have that here. Okay,
Yeah.
so people fight and joust and everything. So that was one of the little
Oh,
weapons
all right. I
you
got
could
you.
buy there.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that guy's running
But
around town over there. with that
I've
baby.
seen people clip all sorts of weapons using the Death Grip clip, including things that might go inside a safe. So it's pretty durable.
I like that. For those of us with safes and weapons, that sounds fun. I actually have to say that I love the key. That's something that I'm loving. But I will also say that the ripcord here is super cool because it's
that's
something
different.
very particular to your department. Why don't you tell us what goes on with that?
Yeah. So the ripcord, the RIP is an acronym called RIP is Rescue in Progress, and it's an emergency device that one would clip to your buddy breather on your breather or on your self-contained breathing apparatus. So I know not all departments, I'm sure everybody uses a breather at this point, but not all breathers have buddy breathers. So what a buddy breather is 39-inch cord that attaches to another SCBA, and it allows your buddy to supply you with air in an emergency if you're having a malfunction or if you ran out of air. So what we were finding, we were testing some new BAs, and we were finding it was very difficult to deploy the buddy breather. So I came up with this device. It attaches to your buddy breather. It glows in the dark. You can feel it with a gloved hand, and you can find it without having to look at it, or your buddy can see it because it glows in the dark. So it helps you deploy it very quickly. And it's kind of solved a problem that we found with some of these breathing apparatuses that have a tough time giving us the buddy breather.
Right on. Let's maybe see a movie here real quick. A little clip. Stand by. Here it is.
The ripcord is a firefighter life-saving device. It allows you or a crew member to quickly identify and deploy a buddy breather when seconds count. The unique and highly visible glowing pyramid design is easy to see or feel in the dark, even with a gloved hand. The glowing cord can also be easily adjusted to your preference. Help save a life by visiting WilliamsKey.com today.
That's awesome. That's a firefighter tool for firefighters, man. Life-saving for firefighters. That's cool, man. I dig that one.
That technology is what brought the wedge along. So it started with the ripcord, and I was like, all right, there's other cool stuff we can do with this, the glow in the dark aspect, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And are you guys like in it enough where you guys are always using these buddy breathers, or like having to use them?
No, and I think that's the problem is a lot of guys don't even know what side their buddy breather's on because they don't use it enough. So when you really get in a bind, when you really need it, now you're in trouble.
Right. You're not trained on it, and because you need the reps to build that.
They'll train on it, Petey. It's just like we had the bailout bag. You know, the bag stays on your hip for 20 years, right? I mean, how many guys are really ever bailing out the window, right? So unless you need to go in that one time where you need it, has to be 30 seconds, right? You don't have any time to think or you know, and that's probably the same thing with that. If you need another mask, if you run out of air and you're going to, you know, go off of somebody else's bottle, you don't want to figure out for the first time when you do that, you know, which side it's on. So those little things help you for that. So
Yeah, the reps build the muscle memory, and it's
if you
hard.
don't practice,
Yep.
you lose it. There's no doubt
Perishable
about it.
skill. Perishable
That's
skill.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, that's really cool.
Left side.
Yeah, is it like for you guys with your buddy breather, do you have like a department policy? Like, for example, like with like a blowout bag or a med kit, like me and my friends, we always wear it on the back of our belt all the time. So if someone needs a tourniquet or something, it's on the back of your belt. We go to the range, we're running and gunning. You need go right to his back of his belt. We always know where it is. Do you guys always run it in the same spot?
Yeah, so it's part of the harness, so it never moves. Like we can't even move it if we wanted to. So yeah, everybody should know it's on your left side. If you have a breathing apparatus that has one, you should know exactly where it is, what position you need to get in order to grab it.
So LA, everybody carries that?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Wow.
and all the agencies around us too.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
they're
think
supposed
about
to
it.
be interchangeable.
What if someone's in a Mayday position, a guy gets to him somehow, and now a further collapse happens, or they get trapped in a room. Now, one guy's almost out of air or whatever, or out of air, and that's just it's a force multiplier.
So hold on one second. That's just the cable. That's just the cable to plug into somebody else's mask. Correct. Into
bottle,
his
mm-hmm.
into his bottle. That's it. It's not another face mask on there.
No.
No. It's just a cable. Yeah, we have that. We have that.
Nice, man. Really
But
cool.
We don't have that.
Hey, Trevor, have you sold any of these to like a whole department? Any of these products, like to pick up?
So that's the goal. With the ripcord at least. I don't see retail individual purchases. They come through, but my plan with designing it and creating it was to sell it to departments as a whole. Because there's a problem out there and it needs to be addressed. And I don't think the firemen at the fireman level will care that much. But
Until they need to care.
Exactly. Until they realize there's a problem.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I would like for departments to recognize that this is something that they need. So that's what the ripcord was designed for. As far as other products going to entire departments, I know some police departments have ordered for all their squads. My first distributor was Coastal Fire Training, and I believe they have a kit that they sell. And I want to say Boston or some department bought a kit for like all their rescue trucks that my tool was in. So there's scenarios like that where it is getting to entire departments.
Cool.
How much? What does some of the stuff cost? What are the costs on the items?
So the standard key is $39.99 and 10% off with salty code.
There you go.
There's a standard key. Custom engraving is $10 for text and $20 if there's a logo or an image.
As it should be.
Involved. Yeah. And don't order that stuff. I don't like doing it. So just buy the standard.
You would say the same thing, I believe.
Oh, Christ.
The folding is more expensive. It's $59.99. And then
minus 10%.
Yeah, minus 10%. The Molly case is $59.99. A lot of people will buy those together, and then they also buy the inward door slip knife. So that little kit is really good for covering most of your needs. And then if you really want to get fancy, get a way to hold your door open too. So I sell a version of the door jam, which is a rubber band. A cop makes that out here, and good dude. You might want him on your show one day. And then also obviously the Williams wedge, the glow in the dark wedge. That's a good.
Do you sell any of them as a bundle, like a kit, all of them in it?
Not yet. No, I've never been to FGIC. Everybody tells me I need to go. That's my plan.
That's a Super Bowl, baby.
I know.
In fact, when we go out there, me and Louie are gonna let you buy us dinner when we go out there.
All right, sounds like a deal.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I'd probably do a kit for that.
You'll sell the snot out of it.
I end up doing
I would say. I mean, again, for a couple of bucks to have that in your pocket, you look like a champion. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not a marketing genius.
How much is the key out the door?
So the standard is $39.99 and the folding is $59.99.
Yep. Nice, man. Really nice.
Yeah.
And
I know a guy named Billy Walters who goes out to FDIC. I don't know, maybe I'll hook up with him. And I don't know. Maybe
he might have a really good front desk now, by the way.
Oh yeah, he bought our front desk. It was the front of a fire truck. Yes.
Let me ask you this. One last thing. There's one actual other product that may be a little understated compared to all this other stuff, but explain what this is.
Okay, this is actually one of the things I'm most proud of, believe it or not. So I came up with this on an airplane, and I'm like, oh, I got an idea. So we break into a lot of houses, and half the time nobody's home. It might be for a fire alarm, or we just get into the wrong house. And while we're in there, we might disturb the place a little bit by accident. We leave a footprint, we knock over a flower pot, we mess up their mat. When the homeowner comes home, they have no idea if fire was there or police or whoever, unless we leave a notification like this. It's unsettling to come home and see your house disturbed. You think you got robbed. So these are a very inexpensive way for departments to let the public know, their customers, a nice courtesy that they were inside their home. And you can leave a little note. You can leave an incident number if you want, or if you even have them. And it's just
That's
nice
a great
way to
idea.
say, hey, we were here. We broke your screen trying to make entry. Your fire alarm was going off. Everything's fine.
Hold the city to get
Dude,
your money back.
If I had a nickel for every flower pot that I fucking knocked over with all my shit on, holy Christ!
This is
it's
great,
funny
man.
you say. It's funny that you say that, because almost every time, right, a water leak or something like that, or we always try to come in through the window, right? So you pop the screen, pop the window, pop the light. You're always knocking some shit.
Always off the dresser. Boop.
No, it's a great idea, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
In the ghetto, we didn't go through the window.
If you let their dog run away, maybe don't leave one. But
yeah,
don't do that.
If you break something expensive, put Louis' name on it or something like that. I don't know.
Put the other station.
Louis Refrano. And remember, guys, when you go to williamskey.com, use the promo code SALTY through the end of the year. And if you're listening to this in 2023, it's already too late. So the end of 2022, the month of December, for 10% off. Boom.
Yeah, I like Trevor's marketing style. Why don't you put up a couple of those other videos?
Oh, I was about to say, we're missing one particular video that I really,
I don't know.
One video, and I really, really like this one. I don't know why. Huh. Aha. Okay.
Trevor does that.
Bye.
Hey. Wow.
I was not involved in that video at all. The marketing team handled it.
Yeah.
I was
The
on
one where
vacation.
he shows up as James Bonds in the car, Pete. You got that one?
I gotta find that one.
Oh, come on. That's another good
I'll take
one.
credit for this one.
Which one was this one?
That was the one with like the Lamborghini that pulled up.
Yeah, but what was the title? Do you remember?
Oh, it says promo. on my video.
Just promo, right? I got it. Okay, hold on. Oh my god! Hold on, wait and see.
I got my keys.
Oh, that's no problem. I got the Williams key. Shaboom.
I'm actually surprised that I didn't get in trouble for this one. That was at a hotel in Beverly Hills. And,
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, let's do this real quick. See if we can sneak a video in here.
Is that your Lamborghini?
No, so that's a McLaren.
McLaren. Sorry.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Maybe in a little bit I'll be able to afford one of those.
After the show, when everyone goes to immediately after this show, right
Where are they
now,
going, Pete?
today, to williamskey.com, and then they're going to use their promo code SALTY for 10% off throughout the end of 2022.
Let's go, you cheap son of some of the guns. Get your money out. Get the wallet out. Mr. Williams needs cash like anybody, bro. Just had a kid. Come on. You know what I mean? Get it going. Make it worth his while. Let's show him what the Motherhead Nation can do here.
Honestly,
I like this little one that we're gonna where'd it go? We're gonna rip off of I can't find it now, bro.
The chip?
Yeah, I have it, the poker chip.
I got one. Let's see.
We're gonna rip this off. We're gonna make our own to go with our deck of cards, but I can't find it.
There we go.
Oh, very cool. So you have a whole apparel line as well, right?
Hats,
Nice.
shirts, socks. We even have lingerie, actually.
What?
What?
Nothing
I'm
like
still
a
trying to
first-
get some
first-
models for that one, but
Oh, he's trying to get some models. Oh, okay.
Who's doing the modeling now? You?
Yeah, so I don't model those.
This
but...
guy's an everyday Zoolander.
Oh!
I can't feel my face.
Can't feel it on my face.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Sammy Peters
Trev,
in
you
the
got some
chat
good
saying,
stuff going on.
don't be a Pete, throw some shekels," she said.
Oh.
How,
Even Sammy's
Hey.
getting in on it. All right,
there any-
Sammy.
is
All
there
right.
anything else we didn't touch on, Trevor? Any issues? How has the feedback been? Guys love it?
No, it says cue the lingerie promo video. I'm still working on that. If
I
there's any
wish.
influencers out there who want to work for Williams Key,
Maybe we could get Mrs. Procaccini, our hottest old lady contest winner.
Yeah.
We've been trying to put out some first do it your old ladies box panties for like months, but Lou won't let us do it.
Hell
See
no.
how that works?
All right. Well, anybody got any questions for Trevor Williams? In this, legitimate questions.
What do you
Don't be a
get? Your
knucklehead.
feedback's got to be great, Trevor, right?
yeah, it's mostly really good. There's a few people afraid that like somebody might break into their house, or if this key gets into the wrong hands or whatnot. And I just tell people, if you have a deadbolt, you're good. Fire department's going to get in one way or another. We'll break your door. But we try and be respectful. So if you have a deadbolt, you're good. Locks keep honest people honest, to be honest. So that's all I got to say about that. That's the biggest question that comes up. Does it work on deadbolts? It does not. And are you safe? Yeah. Do you have a good lock, like a good deadbolt? Then you should.
How is the what like gauge metal is that on that thing? Is it does it bend easily or no?
It's
Like
it's
side
for,
to side.
Yeah, we're at like generation 6 now of the Williams key. So we started with 12, which was pretty thick and it was really sharp. And then we went to 16 gauge and that was too flimsy. It bent a lot, and sometimes it was good because you could manipulate
Need a little flimsy, right?
more doors and stuff. You get into panic hardware, you could make a J hook out of it sometimes and open up panics. And now we use 14 gauge, and that seems to be the happy medium.
Found a sweet spot.
Yeah, everybody's happy with it. You can bend it if you're strong enough, but for the most part, it holds up. But if you're in a pinch and you need it to get into a panic, you can bend it and make a J hook out of it. And like a double panic, you can get through the reveal between those two doors.
Made in the USA, right? You said?
Absolutely. Yeah, the factory's here in Los Angeles, so we crank them out. And I pick up new orders about once a month. So it depends on how fast sales are going. But
good for you.
Yeah,
Nice.
Keep it going, bro. Keep it going. I like it.
Yeah.
I like having inventors on like this guy. Smart. He's wicked smart.
Yeah.
I'm
and
smart, Mikey.
And he's not only smart with the inventions, he's got the marketing down, obviously, but I really, really like that smooth move with Billy Walsh where you two put your heads together and then you kind of came up with the same product. This is a thing that happens like in the world, right? Like, everyone's kind of thinking something and maybe a couple guys do it. And then who did it first, whatever. You guys could put all that bullshit aside and we're like, let's sell double the amount of stuff. And, you came up with the perfect little carrying case and he has the perfect little tool.
Right.
So there it is, man.
And if you can incorporate Billy Walters in there too, that would be even better, bro. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
And
sorry.
Pete got it.
I tried.
He makes money when you guys buy the slip knife. So we're in a partnership with that. So great little tool. And the market's big. Like there's always gonna be like people who make one-off tools or whatnot, but there's always new probies getting hired. There's always guys like losing or breaking stuff. So it's like I'm never worried about there's not gonna be enough people to sell to. Like and it helps. It helps a lot of people.
What did you say, Pete? Million firefighters or something? You said
the what? The who?
You said there's about 1 million firefighters active, something like that.
Oh yeah, there's about 1 million firefighters active.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. And I've sold to all 50 states, about probably 30 different countries, like internationally. And there's people in Australia, actually.
Australia's constantly sending us. I would say French, Germany, Australia,
UK. I get a lot from
the UK. I mean, those countries. Australia, I get a lot of people asking.
You know who we got to get with the buy one, Pete? We got to get Tivita.
Oh, my friend.
What are you talking about? I
God.
cannot be using this shove tool like this.
I don't know. We don't have this type of door. No, we
I
don't
hope
have
you bought
door.
from
The
you know.
funny thing is, he does not speak that way, and he's
Right,
from,
he's from
Hungary.
Hungary.
Yeah,
And
Budapest.
for some reason, we stuck some like Indian
know.
accent on him. I don't know.
I don't
what's
know.
going on.
We just do it just to do
We
it.
love him.
All right, boys. So
Anything else, Trevor? Before
Gonzo's saying 1.2 million firefighters in this country. All right. Thank you.
well,
Mr.
once again, everybody go to www.williamskey.com and whatever you buy there for the month of December of 2022, do promo code SALTY for 10% off. That is a good deal.
Fantastic, Peter. Peter, I'm calling you Peter. Fantastic, Peter.
Trevor, was there anything else that you wanted to add? Will we touch on everything?
I think we've had a good show. I get stories every day of, hey, I stopped a suicide, or hey, I was able to do CPR in time because we weren't
great.
waiting for somebody to bring the keys or whatnot. So
That's what it's
Right
all
there.
about.
It makes it all about, right?
yeah,
That's
that's what makes it all worth it. And hearing those, stories where it's legitimately saving lives, legitimately making a difference. So that's why I keep doing it.
This freaking guy, man, he's a missionary. He's in
Yeah, I
Haiti.
didn't like him from the get-go. I knew.
I don't know. Now I'm starting not to like him. You know what I mean? He's
a
saving
real
lives.
Renaissance. He's a real Renaissance man.
He
this
waits
guy, you know what
7
I mean?
years. He doesn't even get grouchy while he's waiting for 7 years to be a firefighter. He's obviously smooth and chill. He's a
hello,
male
Mr.
model.
Positivity. Hello.
Unbelievable, man. This fucking guy.
That's-
All right,
oh,
Julian.
that was-
That's what it is.
Nice. There he goes. Right out of the bubble.
Oh, there he goes.
You working tomorrow?
I hope not.
Tomorrow you're gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah.
I can't disclose that information. No.
I got you. Allegedly. All right, Mr. Trevor Williams. Great show. Thank you for coming on. Great invention.
Good luck with
like
everything,
it.
brother.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Well, just hang with us throughout the end of our show here.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to do well. You're already doing well with it. I'm sure you're going to do well with it.
I'll get all this stuff in the mail to you, Petey Pete's.
Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. I can't wait to rock with it. It's going to be awesome.
All right, button it up, Pete. What do you got?
All right, real quick, everybody. If you're listening to us, listen to us on any of the players real fast tonight, boys. We're on iTunes, Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, all that good stuff everywhere. But if you're here at youtube.com/getting salty experience, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Also find us on Instagram at Salty Dog Inc., gettingsaltyapparel.com, where you will find maybe the coolest or the second coolest now. I don't know. Apparel in the game. We got some competition on our nipping at the heels, boys, but that's okay. You guys know where to come to first, gettingsaltyapparel.com. Thanks to anyone who hooks us up in the super chat. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are our number one sponsors. Facebook guys, the Getting Salty fans page, head on over there. 50,000 plus. My gosh. I'm in there moderating today like crazy, getting any of the scammers out. That's what I do. Guys, if you want to advertise with the show, gettingsaltyads@gmail.com. All right, I will give you my spiel. Hook us up there. For general questions for the show, gettingsaltyexperience@gmail.com. And for the Cocklofts and Cocktails show, which we will have on this Thursday night, hit us up at coopspodcast@gmail.com with all your fire photos, helmet cam footage, rig photos, firehouse photos, firehouse kitchen table photos, hot old lady contest. My God. Okay, that's it. coopspodcast@gmail.com. And that is all the news that's fit to print.
Excellent. Trevor, keep us in the know. Let us know how it goes. Have a great holiday out there. Be safe because you are still working as opposed to me and Louie. We're sitting back here doing our thing. So you be safe out there.
I live in my in-laws' basement.
Pete lives in his in-laws' basement. So if you could, for us, just spread the word out there in SoCal. Tell them to watch the show. And I hope you do really well with it. We'll keep in touch.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks so much for coming on the show tonight, man. That was fun.
Yeah.
I dig it. All right, boys. Just hang with us, Trevor, until we go back to the backstage, all right?
Sure.
We'll see you Thursday night. Lou, do you want to mention what we talked about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So as many of you probably know, our buddy Jamie Merlino, his daughter had passed yesterday, I believe. That's not what we could say. Just
10 years
prayers
old.
and send love to Jamie. It's a tragic thing. It's terrible. Just keep him and his family in your prayers. We love you, Jamie.
Yeah, we love you, Jamie, and I'm so sorry. My whole
Yeah.
family prayed for you, man. We're very, very sorry.
Right. All right, guys. I hate to leave it on a sour note, but it's sad. It's part of life. We'll see you guys Thursday night. Stay low and go.
All right, everybody. We'll see you at the big one.
All right, guys. No one is coming. It's up to us. See y'all later.